What's up, everyone? Hope you like Jeeps. That's all we seem to work on lately. Today we're going to be showing you how to replace all the exterior lights on a JK Wrangler.
Oh my God, look what that boy done did right there!
This one came to us with, still had all the OEM lighting. It was definitely in pretty rough shape. Passenger headlight had some moisture in it. The other one's just, road sand blasted, etc. So, we're going to get them together. First thing we did here, obviously, is disassemble it. So, which consists of taking apart the grill. There's 5 or 6 push clips at the top, so you're gonna pop those out. And then the bottom is just held in with metal push clips, so just a little bit of pressure and those will pop out. And then the turn signals, you have to unplug those, which can be a little tricky once there's lots of salt and road grime in them. So after that's off, there's just a retaining ring for the headlights. 3 screws to take that retaining ring off, and then you can pop the headlights out. Here's what you'll see after you have the headlight removed. That green plug is the headlight plug. There'll be an adapter that plugs into that for the new lights. So to get to the fog lights, you want to pull off the plastic cover that's behind the bumper facing up. The fog lights, once you get those out, they'll only come out the top. So here's the screws for the fog lights. They're a little tricky to get to. So here's a view of the back of the bumper where those are. There's 4 of them, and if you're in Ohio like we are, they're typically a little rusty. So once you get those out, you'll be able to pull the fog light out and, like I said before, take it out through the top. Go ahead and change the turn signals that are in the grill. These are pretty straightforward. The old ones just pop out, the new ones just clip right in, so pretty straightforward. Here you see our adapter plugs to go from the factory headlight plugs to the plugs that are on the new headlights. And then there's also wiring for the RGB lights. This particular kit, the headlights and the fog lights, have RGB rings in them. We're gonna go ahead and get our wiring ran tied up nice and neat and make sure everything works. So once we've tested functionality, we'll go ahead and reinstall the grill and everything. It's just kind of the opposite of removal. So get that bottom clipped in and then get those plastic push pins in up top. And don't forget to plug the turn signals in. These also have projectors and LED bulbs in them. So, nighttime visibility should be a huge difference over the old halogen lights that were full of moisture. Those little gold things, I kind of glossed over that in the video, but those are actually resistors. Those are so that once you get this lighting upgrade done and you go to use your turn signals, they don't, we call it hyper flash, but basically so your turn signals don't blink extra fast. And they do that because they think a bulb is out. And it's just due to a difference in resistance between the original bulbs and the LED lights. During normal operation, they will get warm. So you want to take that into consideration. I don't recommend, zip tying them to a harness, find something to mount them to. So remove the factory taillights on this, pretty straightforward, just 4 screws. And then on the side of the lights on the outside of the vehicle, there are tabs that go behind the metal flange, so you just want to kind of pivot it out so you don't break those tabs off of the old lights. Putting the new ones is the opposite of that, just same thing. Get those tabs in and then rotate it in. And sometimes the hardware that came with the lights won't actually be the right thing to install it, which that was the case with this particular Jeep. So luckily we have a decent assortment of stainless screws, so we were able to use those and got it together. So next we're going to work on the LED third brake light, and it's actually it's a full replacement assembly. So we're going to take out the 4 T20 screws and remove that, and then you'll need to get that plug unplugged once again. Road grime and stuff can be a little tough sometimes to get out. But once you get that unplugged, go ahead and snake the harness out of the little track that it's in, and then putting the new one in, once again, just the opposite of taking it apart. If you have wheel locks, like most Jeeps do, make sure the key is in the Jeep. Your installers will thank you. And this race sport kit we're doing also has a wheel ring light that goes behind the spare tire, and that acts as another third brake light, so I guess a fourth brake light. We got those all hooked up, do a quick test. Looks like everything's good to go. So here you can see this kit's pretty cool. Not only is it RGB, but actually it uses addressable RGB LEDs, so it'll do different patterns and chase, all kinds of stuff like that. It's a really neat kit. So there it is, all wrapped up, looking good. And this is definitely a job that a DIYer could tackle. There is some, wiring involved because there's a controller for those LED rings that needs to be installed and powered and everything. But fairly straightforward. If you're in Ohio, give us a call. We're happy to help you out. And that's it. Thanks.